I've missed 3 of these. I've found one. I've only seen one. And here's another one. The 5th one. You know what it is? Good morning. It's day 33. It was actually not too bad. It got a little cold at night, but nothing froze on the top of the tent. So it was pretty good. And it is cold here, but it's not nearly as bad as it could have been considering we're so high now. And then tonight, though, the last forecast I saw, it's going to be 19. So 19 in Flagstaff. So I don't know where I'll be. All I know is it's probably going to be super cold tonight. So, but it's not going to be cold until Wednesday morning, like 6 a.m. So I guess I'll just hike on till 6 like today or like yesterday, and then set up, and then maybe sleep with my shirt on as well as my t-shirt as well as my long sleeve shirt, just in case it gets super cold in the morning. And it's going to be a tough time trying to get moving in the morning, just trying to get everything together. My fingers are probably freezing, but part of the whole challenge, right? Thought I'd show you my bag because it looks kind of hobo-ish. Yeah, these 2 socks are the ones I wore yesterday. They were still wet, so I hung them up. I like to loop them twice through the strap, so if something pulls, it kind of catches. Same thing with this rag. I wiped some of the condensation down, so very hobo-ish looking, but things will dry. I've done this plenty of times on the PCT. In fact, I used to rinse out the socks in like a lot of creeks and just do this all the time, and it always worked out. What a beautiful morning. You're hiking next to the stream, which is flowing super well. The sun's about to come up over the horizon there. It's shining on the trees to my left, so any minute it'll come down. It's beautiful blue skies. What a wonderful morning. Look at all these pine trees. And the trail is dry and there's no snow or mud. So far, amazing morning. Here we are at the intersection already. We were actually really close. And I probably could have found places to camp. Probably right on this trail in front of me though, but we would have been much closer to the water. But this is our last look at this stream. From here on up, the water reports are really spotty. Like, I don't know if there's gonna be snow, but even if there's snow, it's really hard to get water unless there's melting snow in a certain stream all directed in one area, because melting snow is a bummer and takes a lot of fuel, so I don't want to ever do that again. I do have 2 liters of water, and I know there are stock tanks, like animal tanks up here and there, so if I'm desperate, I can get it. I'm pretty sure there's gonna be water in it. There hasn't been any water reports in Godhooks since the snows, so I don't know what the quality of those tanks will be, but I know at 12 miles there's Highway 87, and supposedly there was a cache there, so I'm kind of counting on the cache. If there's nothing there, there's a ranger station 0.8 miles off the road, off the trail on the road. That's a 1.6 mile additional walk, but if I have to, I'll have to do that. So I think I'll be good, and I'll just press on. There's not a super lot of elevation. There's like 200 feet just now, but then we're gonna go down for a while, and not too bad. We're up on the flatter rim area, so. I'm just walking along the trail and I see these, and you know how like some parks in suburbs, they have like random calisthenic exercise bars and stuff. And I was like, oh, am I supposed to grab them and start doing like pull-ups and stuff? But I think we're supposed to walk through them. Yeah. Woo! Oh, they use barbed wire here. I don't like that. Oh, okay. Yeah, get on there, start doing some rows and stuff. Start working out that upper body since it doesn't get much exercise. So up on this portion of the trail, it's been really nice. There's only been like big patches of snow, and that's because there's always like big drifts that form or spots that just don't get much sun, so they don't melt. But mostly it's been dry like this. So quite wonderful, and there are very many Arizona Trail markers, so I haven't been lost too many times. So it's actually really nice, and just like on the elevation profile, it's mostly level and smooth grades up and down. Every once in a while you get some steep dips, but it's been great. Slight patches of mud here and there, but easy to avoid. Did I say it was a great day? Is it bad to say that you're having a great day because will it suddenly get bad, or will it stay that way because you're so positive? See, little patches of snow, no big deal. And right now it's mostly frozen. Hear that? Some parts are slippery because they're frozen, but not really any post holing. I did once, but mostly, look at that. Snow-free trail, pretty nice. There's a stock tank right off the trail here, and there was no gut hooks entry since January. I know a few people have come through, but nobody's filling anything out, but the last report said it was dry, but it's pretty nice now, and there's plenty of snow here to keep filling it. And the water actually looks decent. The film you see, that's just ice. Ice and bubbles on top, I see. And the left side there, not even muddy. You can walk right down to it, easy access. So pretty good water source. Just I wish more people reported it on gut hooks. There's nothing. I'm currently heading down towards Blue Ridge Reservoir. It's a lot steeper down than I thought we were going, and a lot more, but because it's the north side, you get all the snow, and this is a nasty part. It's all ice just on these steps, and then there's more snow. It's patches here and there, but this is the worst part I've seen yet. This is just ice. So I will go through the snow like everybody else is going right there. The last gut hooks reports for this area says it's dry. I forget how long ago, but man, it's wide. There's one log in front of me, and up ahead looks like it gets really narrow, and there's a rock in the middle. I might hop over there and then walk all the way back to get on trail, wherever the trail is. It is flowing so well. It's coming down. It splits there, so there's like an island in the middle, and look at this. Ooh. And there are high patches of gravel, but if I step on it, I'll sink. There's a log over here. Here, I think I could jump over it. Good old trekking pole vault technique. And then I'm not gonna film it because I don't want to come back. I don't want to do it 2 or 3 times because one time might work, but second or third may not. Success. My right foot heel is a little wet, but not bad. Looks like we'll have to do a couple more jumps, and then I think it's doable. They're not big rocks, but they're dry and high. I could jump on it and then step across. I think I can get across there. That's the only spot really. After this, there's nothing else. That was risky, but I did it. You guys stick your trekking poles in there and then try to jump to that rock. It's stable enough, and then continue your momentum and jump across. Maybe to that rock was where I was at, or over there in that gravel area, but shoes are just a little wet from the other areas, but worked out. Nice. But this water is just flowing like crazy. Let's get back on the trail. I saw it up there, and it looks like, yeah, you can tell people walk here and they skip across the same rock. As I was coming down over there, I thought this log was an option, but when you come up to it, you can tell it's actually just floating. There's no way that'll work. I can't believe it's dry sometimes, huh? There's the stream below, and I was making a climb up here. I think I'm almost done, but then I realized it's the same thing I think all the time, like, why am I carrying this heavy food when I could be putting it in my tummy and making it carry me up the hill? So I cold soaked some instant rice with a ramen packet maybe 2/3 of a ramen packet. I did it halfway, and you can tell it's up to the top. Looks fluffy, so I'm gonna eat that and take a little break. And for the rest of the day, it'll just be bars. But yeah, it's not too far up to the top, I don't think. I never know. I probably should have added a little bit more water and the rest of the seasoning for the rice to get to that level. I only filled it halfway, but you know, they absorbed the water. But I think I'll do that next time. You're probably wondering, Jay, if you're going to use ramen seasoning, why don't you just cold soak ramen instead of using rice? Well, the ramen noodles have a lot of fat in them, so you can cold soak them and it'll actually work, but then you'll get this layer of fat all on the inside and it's hard to get off. Even if you have paper towels, you can't wipe it off. You have to use hot water and soap to get that off, so I don't do that. But rice, easy. Notice I didn't add any olive oil because of the same fat. Although olive oil won't chunk up, it'll just be liquid, I guess. But it tastes good though, so I mean, and it works. You do have to stir it a little because if you pour water into it, as the rice expands, the water will settle to the bottom and some of the rice will get pushed to the top, and then the top won't get as much water as the bottom. So the top ones might feel a little drier than the bottom. See that? Little bits of food. This is why I prefer a spoon over a spork. Like many people, I've tried a spork before, but with that, it's almost impossible to get little bits of food out. If anything, it's just always, it's so frustrating because of the gaps. And the gaps are even bigger than the metal parts, but with a spoon, you can get almost all of that right out. So I prefer my long Tokes titanium spoon with the polished head. I would never eat with that rough titanium spoon head. Get the polish. That's definitely the way to go. Long handle too. Socks are still there and they're mostly dry. I rearranged them because under where the straps are, it really doesn't dry as well because it's clumped up. So I figure within an hour it'll be all dry and I could switch to those if my current socks are wet. So I only wore them 1.5 days really. If I wore them a couple more days, I probably would have rinsed them in the stream and hope it dries out during the sun today. But I don't know how long the weather's gonna be so good because it's supposed to be really cold tonight. So by the way, these are my prescription glasses. I put these on because around here there are trail markers here and there, but sometimes it's hard to spot them. So I thought I'd put them on so I can see them a little better. Plus maybe I could see some bears or something. It's really good bear and mountain lion territory. Yeah. Tina calls them porn star glasses, but oh well. It's so flat out here and you could see forever. Not forever, but eventually the trees cover it up, but you could see quite far in every direction. And it's like the perfect conditions to see wild animals, you know? I'm always staring around. You see so many elk prints and droppings that I'm surprised I haven't seen one anywhere except in the hills way back. But like conditions like this, I'm always looking around thinking like there has to be bear or something to see. And I keep thinking like various like tree trunks or some kind of animal. I saw one burned tree trunk. I thought it was a cat sitting there for a while. It wasn't a cat. It was a burnt tree trunk. Nothing. There's a lot of mud up here, but not bad actually. So the thing that'll slow you down the most is flogging probably. Past 100 yards or so I've been like this. Trail is just completely bogged down, and fortunately there have been rocks. You can actually hop on all the rocks for up to here, but there are not as many rocks anymore. The water is deep enough, it will soak your feet if you step in it. Not bad. So far, it's noon right now, and 4.5 hours. I walked 9 miles. Didn't get to 10, but I took that break early. But I'm not going to take another break. Not a long break anyway, so I'm happy. And then we'll just keep going till 6, so hopefully I get at least 11 more, maybe 12. We'll see. I was just standing here putting in a Guthook's water report because this is actually still flowing. quite well, actually. I put 1 liter a minute, but it's flowing in multiple places, and there are big pools. You can easily collect water from there, and it's really clear. So that's a good water source for now. We are near Blue Ridge Campground now, and check out this horse-style gate thing. It's curved. It's funny, huh? Oh, you think any horses can bend their back enough to get through? Maybe a small one? Blue Ridge Campground. It's probably closed. I think I heard they usually open early April. It's interesting that there's so much public land here. Look how close the campsites are to each other. I mean, it makes sense that they can't like rip apart too much land for all this, but I would want to go somewhere further. What's interesting is, yeah, every site has a bear box and a fire ring and a picnic table. It's pretty sweet. And a barbecue grill. You see that? Usually you don't see barbecue grills in a campsite. Usually you just have to cook over that. That's interesting. Huge bear box. I don't know if you could drive here. I think you can drive here. They probably want people to put their ice boxes in there. That's why they did that. I think there's been an issue before with people with pickup trucks leaving their ice boxes in the back. But there was a trash can. I was like, I got a little bag of garbage, but I have to take my pack off. I'm gonna take my pack off and get rid of this garbage. Don't like carrying garbage. Is it unlocked? People have said it's unlocked. Oh, sweet. That's really high up. Okay. And people have said taps and the bathrooms are locked because it's the winter time. I didn't see a water faucet anywhere. This is basically, I guess, a day and a half, one night and some days. You see a lot of Snickers bars, Propel Mix. There's a old Frito bag. I only had a little before. Nor Pasticide and just random stuff, but it's still worth. Oops. It's still worth stopping just to get rid of this. It's maybe only an ounce or two, but worth it. That is a really good fire ring too. These are all new or something. They even have like a little upper layer, second shield. I bet it doesn't get as hot because there's a little air gap between that and the inner one. And it just, everything works. Like nothing's bent all crazy out of shape. That's a good fire ring. It seemed like there were roads here, but I don't think you can drive in because there's no parking spots. Maybe there's a parking lot somewhere. I know Route 87 and the trailhead is only like 1.6 miles away. Maybe people park there and come up here. This is like backpacking to them. But it'd be sweet to bring steaks and stuff and grill. Nice. I guess you can drive here and there are parking sites. In fact, it says 2 vehicles per site, so it has a capacity for that. It doesn't have the price though. I wonder how much it costs here. Kokonino Nash. No, wait, it's pronounced wrong. Uh-oh, someone's gonna correct me now. This is called Elk Tank. This one is completely dry, even with all the snow. I was actually gonna count on a couple of different tanks that people have reported as dry a long time ago, not recently. So if that one's dry, this one's dry. It's not giving me high hopes here. So let me rethink this. Well, I'm near the trailhead and this is the bear box. There's all this dog food and regular food. This is a huge no-no. They should not have been leaving food. A lot of empties here. Let's find some public. There's one on the right. I'll grab some. Leave until 11:24. If people are gonna cache water, they should come back and take them out later. Jeez. It was a big mess, but I organized it. So all the empties are on the left, and all that food. And then there's one reserved for Alex. I think he's the Alex that's behind me, about 10 miles. And there's a gallon, a little over a gallon left, public, and that's it. But at least it's organized. Look at that. How many empties are there? 9 empties? Oh. Well, here we come to Highway 87 again. I can't remember how many times we've crossed this road. We've either gone under or over. I don't know. I'm gonna have to count it up at some point because it's been a lot. But I think this is the last time. I think I turned off the trail too early. There's a gate over there. I went through the trailhead. That's good. I needed some cached water anyway, but right across the street, there's another AZT gate. So I guess this is AZT. Me lost like usual. Right across the street, there's a most fascinating water cache. They buried them a little. I wonder if that helps them from freezing. I don't know. It's interesting. At least the empties won't blow away. I'm gonna get 1 liter. I've missed 3 of these. I've found one. I've only seen one. And here's another one. The 5th one. You know what it is? Ta-da! 500 miles. 300 to go. That's a good, nice circle. 500. Well, it's 4 o'clock and I'm thinking about going 5 more miles. There's a water tank there, you know, those dirt ponds. And last report was a few weeks ago, but I'm guessing there'll be water there. So I got enough water to dry camp, but I'd rather not. But I think there's gonna be water there, and the topographic map showed that it's relatively flat, so I think I'll be able to find camping there. A lot of I think. So basically I'm hoping there's camping and I'm hoping there's water. We'll get both. But 5 miles more, that's not bad. Be there by 6 o'clock or so if the terrain is good. And then we'll call it a night. That's actually gonna be like a 22-mile day, so that's not bad. Not bad, especially with how much mud I hit. But there was a lot of good trail as well, so good combination. Look at that, it's a herd of deer. I thought it was pronghorn antelope at first, but they were like babies in the front. Look at him go, running away from dangerous me. I just thought about eating one. Do you see them all out there? There's a whole bunch. I must have finally caught up to him and scared him again. Whole bunch of them. They're going away now. There's a couple, I don't think they know about me. So all that elk went straight across in front of me towards the left, and that's the direction to Sheep Herder's Tank, which is a water source that's way off trail. I'm not going there. It's supposed to be reliable, or not reliable, but it seems good. But I am heading towards Homestead Tank, which is supposed to be muddy but existent as of like, I don't know, a long time ago. Yeah, the last water report for Homestead Tank was November 2020. So I am counting on the rain or the snow to have filled it up some. If not, the next one does have a water report that's a little sooner. So, and that's where I'll be, or I'll camp soon after that, I think. A lot of this area is really muddy, or not muddy, but rocky. I'm not quite sure I'll be able to find a good level spot, but I'm sure I'll make do. Here we come to Homestead Tank. No water report since November 2020. And that's actually pretty good. I mean, certainly not full, but that's a lot of water. That's probably the most full tank I've seen in a while. And the mud on the other side doesn't look like it's too far, so I think it's a pretty viable spot. I'm gonna get water here in case there's nothing at the spot I was gonna go towards. So yeah, I'm gonna get in the sun and in the dry area and do that. Find a nice poopless place to put my pack. There's even a little snow on the right. Exceptionally muddy out there. You sink like quicksand. Show you my feet. Oh my gosh. It's like quicksand out there. Get close enough to the water to get it, and you just sink. You don't even realize it. Oh my gosh. Believe it or not, the water is actually pretty clear. You could see the bottom out there. I mean, it's probably one of the clearer tanks I've ever seen. And look at the dirty water bag. It's not even that bad. No floaties at all. And this is pretty clear. Quality of the water is good. It's just that mud around there is horrible. I don't know what the best thing you can do is. Find the least muddy spot. Here you go to another black backflush theater. This one probably won't be too bad. Okay, it wasn't that good. It was not pretty, but that's good. A lot of it came out. Some grass in there. It took a little longer than I thought here. I have 2.9 miles and it's already 5 o'clock, so I might get there towards a little after 6 actually. I was hoping to get there at 6. Maybe if I hurry it up. I'm carrying 4 liters of water. But this is good old Homestead Tank. And the result of trying to get water at Homestead Tank. I hope the mud didn't seep in. Ugh. I'm gonna have to get some sticks and really rub at it. There are no sticks around here. Still hiking. It's 5:42 and I've already done 21.6. I've been scanning side to side looking for a viable campsite because in a little bit we're actually gonna get to some steeper area and then we're gonna actually climb 50 feet and after that we'll be kind of exposed. It's all climb until 1.3 more miles. And I don't want to go 23 miles. It's gonna be dark by then. So I'm just looking for a campsite now. It's just very difficult. There are a lot of rocks everywhere. Like the sides here, they look dry, good enough to camp. Yeah, there are plants here and there, and you're not supposed to camp in the plants, but they're just rocks dispersed everywhere. It's hard to find a good cleared spot that people have already used. Yeah, if I could find a spot off the side that somebody's already used, that would be ideal. But I'm not finding anything yet. I like to find one within the next half mile. I would say that's part of a pelvis. What do you think? There are bones scattered here and there, all over. There's kind of a cleared spot here. It's surrounded by short trees, and that'll help block the wind. I do have to move a bunch of big rocks as well, but not ideal. I don't know, it looks kind of wet. Let's keep going. Plus there's a pelvis right next to us. The whole area is actually kind of nice. They're these short alligator junipers, and the short trees will block the wind, so it's really good. Just gotta find a nice, clear, level area somewhere. There's gotta be one in here. Other people must have thought like me and camped here because of the trees. I think I found that to be a problem in other areas where the trail is newer. Like there's a discussion that it was rerouted here and there. They work on the trail, but they don't work on any campsites for people. Whereas a trail that exists for a while, eventually campsites just kind of appear. People make them. But it's like south of Roosevelt. There was no campsites for miles and miles, and it was all new. Around here, you can tell the trail's new, and there are no campsites anywhere. I haven't seen one in a long time. I guess their priority is getting the trail made, but I mean, it'd be great to have campsites every, I don't know, some set amount of miles, 5 miles, 3 miles. The trail is over there, and I've been walking around behind here for a while, and I think I found a spot. There's a lot of like okay spots around here, but there's always something weird, like a big root sticking out. I can't do anything about that, but I've been kicking away all the rocks and I've been walking over everything. There isn't anything sharp. The big thing is this rock here. But I think I'm gonna lay my duplex right there. The only catch is this tree. It looks dead, but it doesn't look like anything's gonna fall anytime soon. So I think I'm okay. I think I'm gonna sit up here and then carry on tomorrow morning. But I think I'm good. All those little dark spots are rocks and branches that I've kicked away already. I like to do that and make sure everything's good before I take my pack off, because once you take your pack off, if you find something that makes it so you can't stay, and then you gotta put your pack back on. The old ground sheet test says it's level enough, and I patted everything down and found a couple of pine cones. I got rid of them, but home finally. Sun's gonna be gone very soon. Well, there's camp for tonight, and Southwest is over there. Sun is just going down below the horizon. No clouds though, so it won't be much of a sunset. But last I saw the weather report, tonight was going to be the cold one. 6 a.m. It's supposed to be 19 degrees. So I'm going to close both vestibule doors tonight, and I am going to actually put on my shirt underneath my long sleeve shirt. I actually was only going to do 22, but I did 23 or 22.9 maybe. So it's a good day, I guess, but I really didn't mean to. I'm kind of tired. My left foot is a little sore, so I'm gonna go in, eat something. Same plan as yesterday. Eat something right away, and then set up the bed, and then eat more. I'll talk to you later. Maybe inside. Check out the texture on his feet from the socks. Been wearing my socks for way too long. It's like alligator skin. Oh, my little tailor bunion there is pretty sore. I promise, feet, once this is over, I'll never bind you, at least for a week. Oh, flip-flops only for at least 1 week, maybe 2. Get some room to breathe and stretch out. Dinner tonight is Mountain House beef stew, manufactured August 2nd, 2013. So, yeah, almost 8 years ago. I found that the old Mountain Houses, the problem is that the Ziploc part doesn't work, close very well. So after I pour hot water in it, I just have to fold over the top and then be really careful not squeezing it and then having all the stuff fly out. But stoves are going, so the water's coming, but that thing is useless now. It's just in the way.